and Hoppy on na0tal, and here we go. Quickly taking the center of the octagon is Spencer.
Yeah, immediately moving forward towards na0tal.
na0tal in the southpaw stance. He is in the blue trunks. Sean Spencer, Black Magic, in the black trunks.
I like the movement that Sean presents.
Golden Gloves champion, Joe.
Yeah, the way he covers distance with that stance, not getting his feet tripped up at all, you can tell that this guy is a seasoned striker. Poke to the eye, unfortunately. So common with these gloves. It's another thing we gotta fix.
You got a list of a few things.
Yeah, this is one of them. The open finger gloves. I really think there's room for improvement there. See that? That is really a dangerous thing, and so many fighters do it. And you know, they should be penalized because that's the only way to stop them from doing it. If you catch a guy who's open palming a guy in the face like that, he should be penalized. It is the only way to stop them from doing it. It's just a standard technique now, because in Muay Thai it's a standard technique, but you have gloves. You have this glove that covers your entire hand, a boxing glove. When you use those same techniques in MMA, it presents a real problem, and I think it's a foul. I don't, you know, you say it's accidental, and it is accidental, but I also say it's a foul. I don't think you should do that. If you're gonna keep a guy at distance, I think you should have a closed fist. It's just too dangerous.
In a lot of professional sports, there's a lot of accidental fouls that are still fouls, like you talked about, because you, accidental or not, you have to have control, and that's what you're speaking about, a control issue.
Yeah, we really have to work on that in the camps. Guys have to push guys off with a closed fist. If you're gonna measure them and put that distance, you should have the fist closed. Having the hand, the palm on the face like that is a foul. It just is. Especially the face, you know, and you know, it's hard to judge where your hand's gonna go in the middle of a heated contest like this, especially against a guy like Jordan, who's such a solid, Spencer rather, is such a solid striker.
The kick was caught by Spencer. You can tell he's got a lot of speed. And UFC matchmaker Joe Silva told us both that Sean Spencer can make 170. Taking this fight as a late replacement on short notice, it was something he was able to do at 185. His natural weight 170 though more. And he steps into that right hand nicely.
He's got a big wide stance, Mike. And he covers distance with that wide stance very well, which allows him, when he's in close, to get some serious power in the shots. na0tal, not quite as comfortable standing, you see.
Yeah, I mean, he just switched his stance back and forth.
And that's probably due to the fact that he's trying to find some sort of a comfort zone. I'm surprised that he hasn't locked him up and tried to drag it to the ground, or at least made some sort of attempt.
I like the double jab a moment ago. Spencer looking to land at a higher rate, though. He's throwing the hands out there. He'd like to get some significant strikes landed here.
And one of the things we're seeing from Spencer, Mike, is predominantly boxing-centered attack. He does have good kicks, but we're seeing this boxing-centered attack, most likely because of the worry of na0tal catching one of those kicks and taking it to the ground, where na0tal should have a big advantage.
And in our official listings, we do not have na0tal as a southpaw, but he came out in his southpaw stance. He's worked his way back and forth, though, Joe, and he's sat with that right leg forward a lot more, and then he switches on cue.
There was a nice leg kick by na0tal there. Yeah, he's switching it up quite a bit.
Yeah. And again, it's a great technique if you're good from both sides.
It's very rare that anybody is equal from both sides. Very nice spinning back kick and then follows up with a leg kick. I like that.
That one landed right on the thigh of his opponent, Sean Spencer. Superman punch. And there's followed up with a lead left.
It's one of the few kicks we've seen from Spencer. Good left hook by Spencer. Excellent timing.
He's very active with his movement, his head movement. His foot positioning is excellent. His footwork, as you pointed out earlier, allows him to cover a lot of distance quickly.
And his feet are never out of place, Mike.
Yes.
If you look into the way he throws combinations, as opposed to the first fight that we saw tonight, where David Mitchell, congratulations, had a great fight, but we saw some errors in the way he placed his feet.
Peter Welch out of South Boston, a real famed boxing trainer who has worked with a lot of the UFC's MMA fighters over the years, always used to say, smart feet, smart fighter. And that's what you see with Spencer so far.
people that never heard a Boston accent, they're like, why did he say it like that?
Because that's how he speaks.
That was a nice,
know if mine was good or not.
A nice right hand there by na0tal. And na0tal finally goes in for the shoot, stuffed by Spencer. Spencer, though, not breaking away. You hear his corners screaming out for him to break off.
Yes, and he does.
Yes. But good defense, good takedown defense by Spencer. Good side kick by na0tal.
na0tal is striking efficiently at a much higher rate, Joe. Landing about 50% of his strikes so far.
A little bit of a cut over the right eye of Spencer. Shows that some of na0tal's strikes have gotten through.
And one number of total strikes, sorry Joe, are pretty even thus far.
One thing that might benefit Mike, which I was going to say, is that na0tal has had a full camp for this fight.
Nice spinning back fist, yes indeed.
Spencer being a smaller guy and taking this fight on short notice, boom, and he's on the ground. And this is na0tal's world, full mount.
And na0tal much more experienced overall as well as in the octagon.
Not much time here, 20 seconds on the ground, but with a guy like na0tal, that may be enough.
Yeah, great position for Rafael na0tal here late in round one. Final seconds of the round. Spencer looks to be able to survive. The lovely Brittany, beautiful Ariani. Set to start round two. Rafael na0tal finished very well in that round. The corner of Sean Spencer said you had him scared early, you rocked him with the right hand, but he started na0tal to find his rhythm late in the round, and I think that was a pretty fair assessment, Joe.
Well, na0tal's corner was very happy. You saw Draculino going into the corner laughing and smiling, very happy because na0tal had him down, mounted, and was on his way to victory if that had not ended the round. I think if the fight can go to the ground, we're going to see a big advantage for na0tal. We saw that once it got there. But standing up, Spencer's doing very well.
Yes, and na0tal, though, with the kicks and knees landed a huge advantage. Trying to work towards that. And getting it back to even was Spencer with the kick.
That was a solid right hand by Spencer there. But na0tal's taking these shots very well, and part of that could be that Spencer, as we said, really is a natural welterweight.
Taking them well, rolling off them as well, and consistently switching his stance back and forth.
Let's go, Sean. Cardio's good. You got this. Hands up.
You hear them talk about the cardio of Sean Spencer. His corner saying, don't worry, you got this. Your cardio's good.
A lot of guys that throw kicks, especially the Taekwondo style of kicking, do switch a lot because they'll switch from back leg kick, front leg kick, and spin. And we've seen na0tal do that already. That spinning back fist and leg kick combination, which there's a nice side kick as well. So a lot of guys who have a dominant kick in na0tal, very nice takedown. na0tal's dominant kick seems to be his right side. And now let's see if Spencer can. Spencer's trying to get his back up against the wall, trying very hard to avoid that mount.
And na0tal is so smooth on the ground.
Yeah, he's a very high level black belt. And you see him turn the corner, that leg goes over, trying to overcome the butterflies. Good job by Sean. Right back up to his feet. And that's a big accomplishment with a bigger high-level grappler like na0tal.
And high level indeed, very decorated back home in Brazil, Joe.
He just ate a big knee by na0tal.
His list of accomplishments during his grappling career is very long.
And na0tal hanging on to him here. And he's got double underhooks here, which is not good. Spencer really needs to pummel under here. See, he's trying to force that left hand through. And in the process of doing that, that's when na0tal takes him down. Very clever by na0tal. Spencer hanging on very hard to the neck of na0tal. The last thing he wants is na0tal to be able to posture up. And he may be trying to just hang on here and hope the referee stands him up. You know, fighters are getting really smart these days, and one of the things they do is they'll see a local referee, and a local referee might stand you up a little quicker than Herb Dean or John McCarthy would. But he is, you know, he's hanging on here and avoiding much damage.
Well, 3 takedowns by na0tal, a huge difference here thus far, Joe.
Keep your guard closed. Keep it closed.
Guard closed, hanging on tight.
Guard closed, Sean.
The only thing about this though, Mike, is that squeezing down with these legs like this and holding on is exhausting.
Right.
And having a big guy like na0tal constantly rocking you forward, cutting off your air, pressing down on you, you're carrying his weight. So he's starting to let those legs go. He doesn't have them squeezed tight anymore.
And Joe, you talked about the size advantage. It's much more evident here in the ground game.
Yeah, na0tal's the bigger man for sure. na0tal cuts quite a bit of weight to get down to 185. We saw him at the weigh-ins yesterday. He looked sucked in. And then na0tal postures up and lands those shots. And that's what Spencer was trying to avoid.
Get up now. Open your guard, get up now.
You hear open your guard, get up now. That is certainly easier said than done.
Both takedown attempts successful here in round 2 by Rafael na0tal. Good hammer fists.
And Sean is making his way to the cage, slowly but surely, trying to make his way to the cage. But he's got to be careful in the transition. And na0tal's got his back now. This
Very dominant round for Rafael na0tal.
This is the worst case scenario.
And he's got a lot
on
more
your
time
back.
to work. He's got over 30 seconds here. He had about 15 before, Joe.
And then Spencer's doing a good job of turning towards his left. But now he's got his arm in what we call the handcuff position. When na0tal has it underneath.
Good ground and pound.
And full back
in,
pound.
yes.
This could very well be the end, folks.
15 seconds now remain.
Hammer fists.
Got him flattened out.
He's punching him, trying to get that chin.
Put some pressure on that back, too. As he works it, Robert Madrigal right on top of the action. Final seconds of the round.
Wow,
Can he
he's
get
hanging
it?
in there. He's hanging in there.
Wow.
Wow.
Rafael na0tal looking to finish the fight late in the second round. A big, deep breath taken by Spencer.
Ready? Let's go.
As he survived the choke attempt, and his corner very emphatic in the assessment that he has to go and finish this fight right here in the third.
That was as saved by the bell as you can get.
Absolutely.
And one of the things, Mike, that round really taxing for Sean, and you can see it in the way he's moving now. You see a little more clumsiness in his footwork. Those are tired legs now.
We also saw him slip a bit before, Joe, and early in the night when the canvas is a little bit drier, you can see fighters trying to find their footing, and now this is a great
This is
position.
terrible. This is terrible. Side control is great for na0tal.
Yeah, exactly. Great for the guy on top, bad for the guy on bottom.
na0tal has him completely flattened out with more than 4 minutes to go. On top of him, full side mount, and he's gonna slowly cook him here. Just press him down, get that arm locked. You know, see, he's got it down there in the mount, the full mounted crucifix position. He's got that left arm completely trapped. The right arm now is trapped as well. Sean's in a world of trouble.
Yeah, and na0tal looking for his first victory with a definitive finish here in the UFC.
Sean has got to get one of these arms free. He's got to defend himself and figure out a way to capitalize on the movement of na0tal and explode and pop one of those arms out. But na0tal is such a master at the ground game and such a master of this position. See how he's got those arms just completely locked in tight. Well, now that left arm,
Yeah, he's working on an arm too.
Explode and pop that arm out of there, but he's just eating elbows, man. He's
Short
exhausted.
elbows. And the
trying to
angle of them are
defend.
legal too, which is good discipline shown by Rafael na0tal.
Seeing some blood now coming from Sean.
He's just cranking on that.
Americana. He's got it. He's got to pull that elbow towards the body though.
Can he get it here, Joe?
No, I mean he doesn't have to tap here. But na0tal, I don't understand why he's not pulling that elbow towards the body. He's a high-level competitor. He's going for the arm triangle now. Hasn't quite locked it up yet, but he has it in place.
Some shots to the ribs.
But that Americana is so much more effective when you pull it. He's going to tap here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, he's very close to tap.
There it is.
That's
Hit
it.
it's all
That's
over. Rafael na0tal, winner by submission. His first submission victory inside the octagon.
Gonna help me to arrive there. I have the best coach in the world. I have a great mind. I have a beautiful girlfriend. I have
Did he just say I have a great body and a beautiful girlfriend?
I think
Thank
you
you,
just
my
did.
God, for everything. Thank you all to my teammates.
Joe, let's take a look at the move of the fight
now
brought to you
house.
by Metro PCS. 4G LTE for all.
And that will be the finish. You see, he's got that arm locked into position with his neck, the arm triangle, and he's doing it from the mount here. He's not even bothering to get to the side where he generates the most leverage. He's just so confident in his mount.